That's how the police be living in New York, especially the 4-6 in the South Bronx. Doing every nationality who walks the streets of New York an injustice. You're dirty, man. But anyway, here's how it begins. Started in the Bronx, ended up in Manhattan. A cop with a label on his head, financially overfed, now he's wanted dead. A big drug bust on the Lower East Side. 5 Colombians shot, 5 Colombians die. Little did he know or could he tell, the 5 he killed were Colombian drug cartel. Now he has a bullet with his name on it, without apology and without shame on it. 2 million in cash, 3 million in coke. This type of loot he only took as a joke. He stashed 1 million in cash, 2 million of the white stuff. A hard day's work without the use of his handcuffs. At the station he files his report. 5 corpses who won't make it to court. Self-made millionaire. Them he doesn't bury, he condemns them to a wheelchair. He's spending money like a movie star, unaware his last car is his Jaguar. 20 years on the force, but in his line of work, he's his own boss. Hits all over town, pistols keep smoking, and small-time dealers, jawbones are broken. Confiscated from borough to borough. Crooked ass cracker who won't live to see tomorrow. Plans are made to start digging his grave, word is out. That was his last big raid. Things are hectic. He now smells the odor from the shit he stepped in. Fellow officers are talking. Every bus he makes, something's always walking.
You ask yourself if you were white.
A dirty cop named Harry.
Why would you want to be a cop in a black ghetto today? Why would you want to be a cop in a black ghetto today? Why would you want to be a cop in a black ghetto today? Why would you?
Headed towards his tombstone. He's home all alone, conversating on the phone. A knock at the door, and a letter is found. It read, "The shot on your burial ground." He now knows he's been chose to be decomposed. To the dust, he'll return from dust, he arose. This night he hits a local bar for a drink. The scene is on the brink. He's in the bar, drinking and drinking and drinking and thinking. 2 decades on the force, now he's worrying. At the table, his eyes begin blurring. He gets up, heads for his ride. An hour to find his keys, cause he's DUI. Gets in en route to his house. 1 block from his home, 5 shots ring out. 5 through the windshield, all 5 hit his head. His car comes to a halt, so does he, cause he's dead. The hit was carried out for a greedy, crooked cop who was put to a stop. But a lesson to the ones in the profession. Corruption in our system is a short-time blessing. 5 slugs for the 5 thugs he mugged. For 20 years of dirty kept swept under the rug. This rhyme based on a true episode, the beginning of another cop's caseload. We all pay the price for the load we carry, and so did that dirty cop named Harry.
You ask yourself if you were white. Why would you want to be a cop in a black ghetto today? Why would you want to be a cop in a black ghetto today? Why would you want to be a cop in a black ghetto today?
His song, you can even wear his suits, but you ain't never gonna be nothing here but an ugly ass chimp. Black man.
Don't sell out. Put yourself in the shoes of my color. In a position of power, we're known to turn on one another. We're seen wherever help when it signs are hung. Slave driven to get a white man's job done. We're likely to take jobs at the welfare, behind a desk looking down on the poor from a leather chair. Nose turned up and giving orders to someone's young black teenage daughter. Staring her down like she's a tramp. At the same time explaining why you cut off her food stamps. A black race that needs therapy. Cause the workplace is now a modern day slavery. Trying to gain brownie points and respect. Frightened when the government's also signing your check. When the boss says fetch you bring. It's like give it to Mikey. He'll eat anything. With the idiotic grin of a moron. Dissing your color over a book of damn coupons. Get a grip is my personal gesture. These type of blacks should be buried like a treasure. So many blacks you burn to the day you retire. You're just another nigga for hire. Don't sell out.
sell out. Staring out the window as I gaze and wonder how these Negro cops are taking their own kind under a gun, a badge, and a dark colored uniform. Makes me wonder what kind of dope cops be on. Friday night and the corners buck wild. Two cops pull up wearing a cemetery smile. Before questioning the Orioles making a scene. Got a brother's balls split. Searching my jeans only to find a hard dick. And for that, I'm publicly pistol whipped. Mr. Rich Cracker enjoys the scenery. I'm handcuffed and put in the back seat. I'm out in a heartbeat, right back on the street. A brother of six, but number 6 is a black sheep. What the officer did was totally apparent. A color of black, but that bullshit was transparent. These types are not hard to come by or get. Ass kisses to protect a paycheck. Goma Powell stays behind the steering wheel, leaving homicides to him, rapes and drug deals. 9 times out of 10, their own color they're killing. Pulling his piece on 7-year-old children. Give me a break, these types need coffins. It sounds comical, but I grew up around orphans. Leftover ass lawmen, their time to expire. These niggas for hire. Don't sell out. Don't sell out. Don't sell out. Black man. Don't sell out. Girlfriend was cute and fine, but one thing, the bitch was colorblind. She said she went to Harvard. I met her at a time when you could say I was starving. But I had a talent in rapping. Seemed like overnight shit started happening. She took me home to meet her folks. Right away, Pops quoted corny shit Shakespeare wrote. Mom sits down to the table and gives me an autographed picture. Clark Gable, they reminded me of my last name. Consider themselves upperclassmen, but a bunch of lames. Father and daughter are eating caviar. When I'm thinking of making the daughter my personal porn star. I'm sure her parents knew I wanted to knock her. This Mary Lou Retton type of a girl who was too proper to be my complexion. She was, but never felt a real nigga's erection. We had chemistry for the formula I was fixing. When we got together, I felt like I was race mixing. So I ended the affair, not with a bang but a nut. I liked everything about her till her mouth opened up. I cut her off to avoid slapping her. A perfect couple, but one color was out of character. What's these type of people's desire? Another sample of a nigga for hire. Don't sell out. Don't sell out. Don't sell out. Black man. Don't sell out.
Nigga, you ain't nothing but the white man's dog.
Don't sell out. Black man. Don't sell out.
Nigga, you ain't nothing but the white man's dog.
Don't sell out. Black man. Don't sell out.
Nigga, you ain't nothing but the white man's dog.
Don't sell out. Black man. Don't sell out.
You claim you're still bitter, but I got the raw end of the deal. I heard the expression a dog is a man's best friend, but I grew up thinking it was a woman. But I had to learn the hard way. Never thought I'd see the day I'd be sleeping on the subway. But that's the path she chose. The next day I arose, still kicking the same clothes. I had to make a decision. Even though I lost her, my friends still gave me recognition. Being recognized by the guys wasn't a surprise, you see, cause they're my homies, and with them I get enough respect. When I was down, they were there. When I didn't have, they were more than happy to share. Inside I feel the pain's trapped. I don't feel she dissed me, but I feel I got a bum rap. The guys knew what I was thinking of. The only thing to cure an old one was a new love. A ghetto love, ghetto love, ghetto love, ghetto love, ghetto love, ghetto love, ghetto love. It's 3 o'clock, I'm hungry and I'm cold. I wanna call her, but she's even changed area codes. Was it that bad, what I did? To hell with it, I'll go to my man's crib. Oh, his name is Bezo. The type of power only friendship could bestow. I ring his bell, and he's alarmed, and I'm greeted in with open arms. The next day, a different routine. I'm caught drinking on a public scene. I'm calling my homies to come get me, cause I know down, they never let me. Free as a bird, once again I'm chillin'. My homies ain't rich, but to me, they're top billin'. Over again, they've proven not even a jail cell can separate a real friend
It seems that our love as a crew gets better and better. We stick as a posse like a stamp to a letter. What's theirs is mine, what's mine is theirs. Cause in this ghetto love game we play fair. I'm unspoiled by success. Even though God's blessed, they're still not impressed. The way they once treated me, they still treat me. It's nothing different now, cause I'm making a little money. Like when we hang, rumbles still continue. Putting heads out is still on our menu. We'll go to war in a heartbeat. And I never went to war, and they ran out and left me. We're all about one for all and all for one. And if it's more than one, you better have more than one gun. The only sleep that outlasts love is death, and we'll hang until one of us takes the last breath. How close can a clan of a man be? That one partner's pain is his posse's misery. We say they come a dime a dozen, but I've been turned on by my own so-called cousins. Is the blood we shed really thicker than water? If it is, then maybe you oughta witness a ghetto love, ghetto love, ghetto love, ghetto love, ghetto love, ghetto love. I'ma always have my homies. They won't see me in the cold or hungry or just out there drifting. Word up. All my homies around the way in the South Bronx. Jason, Sean, my man Jim, the whole posse. Those who I miss, you know who you are. Techwood, Posse, Bezo, Ducky. The official crew, y'all know who you are. The same crew that always goes through the rain and the shine.
The problem with Negro was not the word itself. It was that a stereotype had been attached to that word Negro, and that people were forced to live in accordance to that stereotype.
Stereotype me, dislike me and fight me. My hustle is hip-hop, you can't indict me. Behind the light of intelligence, critics will probably say the title's irrelevant, but the powerful fail to see the battle being fought. Wise words verbally put forth from Negro thoughts is critical. The news, programs are pitiful, sights and sounds of a Negro's background. First fired, last hired. Granny picked cotton till she died with a way to retire. Watermelon selling, but the seeds are black. I don't spit them out, I plant them so they come back. Music of soul, cause my lyrics are funky. You stereotype with the offspring of monkeys. I'll tie you up and gag your mouth with cornbread and lead you the right way. Seems you've been misled. I enter the store on one thought to purchase. They follow me around like a motherfucking hostess. I see what I want, but before I can step to, they're up in my face. Sir, can I help you? Out of step, they seem to be with reality. Needless to say, I represent a nationality that's been linked to a Kodak. Once truth is exposed, negatives can be kept back. Couldn't take us for what we was, took us for what we had. KKK, 3 kicks up the ass. Or anti-Negroes, ground is sinking sand. Painting false and visionary pictures. Revolting language bound to mentally hit ya. Stand still while I'm talking. From abstract thoughts, fingers completed the walking. These are thoughts of a Negro. On the corner, awaiting a red light. A van pulls up, the passengers are white. My feet's in progress, are my ears deceiving me? I paused, and down came the locks on the doors. A typical, stereotypical outlook. I put a man's color, portray him as a crook. I'm on Amtrak en route to Atlanta, in the first row, drinking a great Fanta, dressed to impress, and I'm a walking jewelry store. I'm getting lynching looks from the conductor, sweating my jewels, but it's cool. He's not the first or the last two to learn first class was made for a black ass. Fuck the back, it's 91, Jack. Another thought I rendered to be evident. Would I be treated equally if we had a black president? In this race, everyday suspense. From death to seeing infants born as chemical dependents. Skillfully prepared for an ignorant war. But all I encounter, I express through metaphors like nigger, black, Negro. 3 5-letter words to describe me, bro. Even accepting we make good athletes and in bed knowing no other culture can compete. So let's get right down to it. Those who now accept it always knew it. These are thoughts of a Negro. Try to make it hard for them to hate me, alienate me, you still gotta face me. But I ain't the stereotype, understand what I'm saying, or do all niggas sound alike? Rap's the trade, so it's made to live good. My neighbor's kids are singing There Goes the Neighborhood, and the dog comes in my yard and takes his shit, then barks like telling me clean it. But I made them all believers. Hit their daughter with a dose of this jungle fever. It was undercover, but her parents discovered. Turned her out, now forever she's a nigga lover. I never feed into the stuff about the other man, cause my destiny is planned around a mic stand. At the table of brotherhood I sit, calling preachers, wise men and prophets, to unravel the riddle of our existence, domestic relations and those of distance. I'm hearing the same statements, I feel a prejudice. One day blacks will rise on their side of the fence. Stories still spread through history books and groups, tampering with truth, telling tales of twisted roots. Stereotypes, living lives of illusions, leaping to the death, jumping to confusions. I see what I'm faced with, racist congregations. Lord be merciful to a helpless nation. These are thoughts of a Negro. On the brink of insanity, I put it on wax, they oppose my profanity. My lyrical ability is songs of hostility. As Jimmy the Greek speaks, I'll keep flowing steadily. On the opposite side, I've seen it said. Said don't say it, but fuck it, I'm Hardhead. What's said is done and what's done is said. Would it make a difference if they brought us over on a jet? Despite the perils and I'm in, I'm going sterile. And every 30 seconds there's another black burial. I stand on the side without a flag. On every corner a fag, 5 out of 10 are black drags. Thoughts I think often. Sometimes I feel my kids will be orphans. I hate to think so. Or will my wife finish life as a widow? Justice is just us, history is his story. Equality even today is just story. Who will enlighten me? Instead of inviting me to places without a gun, I feel would fright me. But I ain't surprised, cause I'm on the opposite side. Pale faces on the paper of currency, which makes my side live comfortably in poverty. Why not my face on a $100 bill? The thought of such a bill would kill Capitol Hill. A nigga spiritual song we still sing. First get a dial tone if you want freedom to ring. There's another hell, but this was on earth. Like 12-year-old Nina wearing a up-the-butt miniskirt. I called the Caucasian cop a bitch, cause I saw a disease and incurable trigger itch. But he said it didn't matter, cause I was poor, he was rich. A week later his body was found in a ditch. The white cop who died a rich bitch. Certain places in the South I live but can't go, cause only in daylight will my color show. How much can one nigga withstand? Before sunsets I must be back in ghetto land. On the opposite side, facing my mirror each day. Never ever will I look and wish black me away. As long as the Most High allows me to keep breathing, I won't get mad, I'll get even. On the opposite side. On the opposite side. I knew what one of them were gonna be. When we play cops and robbers, he'd always shoot me, like he knew I would grow up being a threat to society. He always wanted to play the cop, like he enjoyed seeing niggas being arrested or shot. Little Mr. Goody Two-Shoes. If the crew was up to mischief, he would always refuse. One time we stole from the local candy store. I tried to run and got caught in the door. To make your interest seem all the more real, Mighty Whitey went to my crib and squealed. So now I'm on a 30-day punishment, and he snitched with no remorse. To my astonishment, and to my friends, it wasn't a surprise. They gotta be in the crib and at the table before 5. Guess he thought his actions were decent, but we saw he was on the road to the precinct.
Crooked ass cracker.
Find a way to get him back.
Crooked ass cracker.
Find a way to
Crooked ass cracker.
find a way to get him back. When I grow up, I wanna be a cop.
Mighty Whitey's what we used to call him, but deep inside, he knew that no nigga could befall him. When we cut class, he would jet and turn around and snitch, teach his little pet. The bell would ring at 8:59. We would gather in the hall. He was first in line, dropping dimes cause he couldn't drop drama. Since he couldn't, he was always the hall money. We're drinking brew in the back staircase. He knew and blew the whistle so security would chase us through the hall, straight to the office. My 3rd time this week, man, I'm headed to a coffin. One time he snitched on Brian, but because the kid was white, they said Brian was lying. So Brian waited after school real cool. Mighty Whitey played the back and got caught like a fool. As he exited the back door, me and Brian turned that ass into a human seesaw. The next day, our jammies and speed knots. Now he's forever getting beat down on the block. No more taking the long way home. No more Flintstone lumps to his dome. He's off to pursue his favorite game position, only to come back and gain little recognition. On the road to the precinct.
Crooked ass cracker.
Find a way to get him back.
Crooked ass cracker.
Find a way to
Crooked ass cracker.
find a way to get him back. When I grow up, I wanna be a cop.
Straight out the army to the local 4-6. He remembered our threats, now he's keeping his promises. A vet as a military cop, so he knows the procedures to have a nigga's ass dropped. His first day back in the old hood, and he beats a dread down with a 6-foot plywood, making his own judgment call. Scene more bloody than the movie Walking Tall. And I'm on the corner selling herb. Mighty Whitey's back is the neighborhood word. In my tracks I stop, not believing what I'm hearing, and guess what? He's a cop. He even caught Brian selling dope, made him eat the dope, then beat him to a pulp. He heard I'm still around, so he's looking for me. Somebody even told him I got girls hooking for me. One night I'm frisked to the last thread on my britches. He came up short, so on the strength gave me 10 stitches. Those corners are cleared. From here on out, it's straight up Avenue Fear. He ain't thinking twice, cause now he's vice. Dope houses now are only homes for roaches and mice. Housing authority sees him as a star. A street in the Bronx looking like Hollywood Boulevard. Gain respect from the gun that he carries. A dirty ass cop named Harry is now in the precinct. In the precinct. Dirty ass cop named Harry in the precinct.
Yes, here we are at the Bang Bang Club. So come right in, sit right down, and join the rest of the suckers. I'll blow you away. I'll blow you away. I'll blow you away. I'll blow you away.
Put forth, making competitors think twice. The brother ain't swift with the rhyme, he's nice. Lyrics made to engrave amateurs with like slaves. Take heed as I ride the title like a wave. A blow to the throat to them who steal and quote. Change phrases around, blaspheming they wrote. The song of the decade, knowing they haven't made. As I proceed, hearts are pumping Kool-Aid. Editor of the paper, riding from dusk to dawn. Drop bombs on a rapper like the Wrath of Khan. The volume is pumped with this poetical pitch. Crowds want something new, I turn them on like a light switch. Never sleeping or lunching, I'm never dozing. While you're in the subconscious, I'm up composing something rough and rugged. The ones saying they don't dig it have now dug it. Adrenaline's overflow, pupils are dilated red from a blow to the head. Proclaiming my title not only by my recital, from raps to riches by all means is vital. I hear beginners, I sneeze and cough and step off. My sinuses activate with tears of remorse. Their rhymes are too soft to get a grade or even paid. I enter a jam, it's a 21 Jump Street raid. Nobody moves, nobody gets hurt. Just give me the mic and I proceed to do work. Taste testing minds, the past is still chewing. I'm manifesting what others ain't doing. A blow to the head, not a lock in a sock. A beat kicking, louder than your neighborhood jukebox. A paralyzing moment of sudden insight. Those who were gumless were caught biting a hype vocab like this. I rehab into a diss. Rappers are spectators of a savage performance. Now that I'm here, I'll state, let go of this. Titles you're holding, 808 that's rolling. Whatever else you're controlling is stolen. Hype this hype could get. Consider me a newlywed in rap, but I'm a vet. I bum rushed the studio, the title was urgent. Those who oppose are washed up like detergent. A lyrical jab, so you can't forget. A blow to the head.
I'll blow you away. I'll blow you away. I'll blow you away. I'll blow you away. I'll blow you away.
I'm out looking in, so I'll play the offense. When I switch sides, I'll stand for no nonsense. It'll be a while before competitors realize they're winning the races, but losing the prize. Record after record, I hear a new strategy. Please step my way with your gutter mentality, and I'll do away with, cause I don't play with. Skid row right in, that you better stay with. A clear open blow, hip hop or go-go. I'll get it done quicker than Pepto-Bismol. I'm styling, step back from a sinister sound. Each sentence is as tense as a countdown. Those who are fearless dare to even swear. Rhymes and style smash beyond all repair. I'll leave behind only a sense of doom. All meaningless lyrics on the mic is consumed past the critical point. My rage is front page. Don't look in the sales ad. My blows don't save. Here stands a man with unclouded vision. I'll ride a tempo like a bench with precision. I'll banish the bit of hope to them who try to cope. If you don't nod a fiend, then it ain't dope. Untouched and untouchable. The mic remains clutchable. From a blow to the head.
I'll blow you away.
Eyes of x-rays, I see to slay. Pinpoints of poetry for those who never heard of me. Heads are put out, jawbones are broken. Rhymes are displayed and the mic begins smoking. Brains are bruised, battered and left bleeding. A blow to the head was the coroner's last reading. Thoughts curling and question marks. How does this kid spark? Enough rhymes to fill up several ballparks. Many say they can, that testimony is phony. The food for thought turned out only to be baloney. Plenty will hate, debate, and diss the topic. Rhyme for rhyme, my outcome's catastrophic. Time after time I hear them boast and brag. 20 pounds of bullshit in a 10-pound bag. Amateurs' depth of thought is a bottomless pit. I operate to disconnect like a 7-number digit. Their patterns and poems should be rearranged. Forgetting their losses, exaggerating their gains. So he who laughs last is slow. From a blow to the head.
I'll blow you away.
What would possess a man to rape? Praise on the weak, what woman can escape the clutches of a date rape? These thoughts of a sadistic male. A night on the town, Jake wants to tax the tale. They did a movie, added dinner to the agenda, and she saw him as a big-time breadwinner. He's kicking game in the ride home, kicking flavor and it's hitting her dome. A ride through Lover's Lane, flesh became weak. Who's to blame he wasn't properly home trained? Cause he thought no meant yes. One hand in her panties, the other on her breast. Tears running down her cheeks. Butt ass naked in the back seat of his Jeep. Men and their motherfucking egos. His give a shit factor had fallen to zero. Side to side was the movement of the Cherokee as he ejaculated in a gutter of ecstasy. She screamed to the top of her lungs, but the Alpine system was loaded and fully crunk. He dropped her off at the bus stop, looking like Phyllis Diller and too afraid to stop the cops. Her ride home was a mental one, but physically, she was thinking of Dad's shotgun. Don't submit to the palms of danger, or you'll end up in the hands of a stranger. The next day is in the weight room, lifting steel, and he's joined by a guy named Big Phil. They're working out and talking about women. Conversation concludes that Big Phil is feminine. The weight room is foggy and deserted. Phil sweating Jake's ass through the shower curtains. He steps to him and Jake is terrified and says this is just a rape, don't make it a homicide. He tried to gain control, but put to sleep by Big Phil's chokehold. Bends him over, very still he stood as he moved Jake's manhood to a position of needing stitching. He awoke in a bloody mess. He came to pump iron, ended up being bench pressed. Now he's feeling I might as well be castrated, having your body abused and violated. What comes around, we all know goes around. Now my man with the Jeep is the talk of the town. Months pass and he's losing crazy weight, finally coming to grips that he got raped. To add a bit more sugar to the Kool-Aid, the guy who raped him was infected with the AIDS. Consequences mankind must suffer when he does unjust things to another. With each evil there's a price to pay. Jake's just sitting back counting the days till he'll be deceased. It all started in the back seat of a Jeep, and this is what payback brings you at the hands of a stranger. Circumstances, the life he led caused him to take grim chances, so the street swallowed him up like it does the dead. He left home cause 8 o'clock was too early for bed. Pants hanging off his ass, on the corner shooting craps. He could rap, but rather hang out in dope traps. And at his young ripe age, his first mission made the paper's front page. The man kneeled, begging for his dear life, showing snapshots of his 5 kids and wife. But it was a nigga behind the trigger, so I know the picture. You already have figured, running the concrete jungle like a madman. Only a child, but did the things of a bad man. But his excuse for life wasn't the right man. It's just the father he had wasn't the right man. So the kid took to bringing home his own bacon, even if it meant conning strong arming or breaking in. Cause anywhere he laid his baseball cap was his home, along with his gun and cellular phone. His IQ was about the same as his waistline. 25 inches of knowledge only jail or hell will define. And mama's home worried sick, cause her child was to grow up being another city culprit. Each juvenile has a different survival style. Runaway child running wild.
Runaway child running wild. You better go back home, where you belong.
She had dreams and multiple goals, and her first was to be a top black model. Something went wrong. She started listening to Elvis Presley songs. Along came the provider who sat down beside her. Now on the shit she sprung, her attitude changed at home. She wouldn't even accept calls on the telephone. Grades went down until finally she decided to skip town. Another young black runaway, another could have been success story gone astray. She's a new opponent to this lifelong bout, while her parents in their panic and their hair's falling out. She's in another city, at the mercy of a dope dealer's pity. How shitty life could be if you let curiosity get you doing the DOPE. The devil's got a soul. Now a pimp's gotta sell an asshole on the whole scroll. Her destiny had no plans, only one-man bands on one-night stands to support her habit. Tricks are really for kids and she wasn't really a rabbit, until finally coming face to face with the curse of the whole human race. Found in a back alley, overdosed on the bass. Life, that is. Call from the city morgue was her parents' last premonition. Each juvenile has their own survival style. Runaway child running wild.
Runaway child running wild. You better go back home, where you belong. Runaway child running wild. You better go back home, where you belong. Runaway child running wild. You better go back
child running wild. Runaway. Runaway. Runaway child running wild. Runaway. Runaway child running wild.
I've been scrambling and scratching most all my days to get where I got.
I see the streets like an owl sees in the darkness. Back in the hood, I wasn't soft or the hardest, just a young black male. I didn't ask to come here straight out the womb into a black hell. Out of 6 boys, 1 must succeed. His mama had 6 mouths to feed. Since I was number 6, the black sheep, or should I say the backbone. Pops laid it down, I was born, now he's gone. I sold a little drugs, cause I would never play the corner with a tin cup acting bug. Cause even the ghetto got dignity. Only time I drew a crowd was when the cops surrounded me. I thought I knew how far to go too far, until my young ass ended up behind bars. I'm on Rikers Island, I'm not smiling. I'm facing 10 years, I might as well start wildin'. The walls are up against my young black back. I went to court and got the first Defenders Act. Back in the free world, ready for the next tale. All in the life of a young black male.
Don't go in there and tell the brother, look here, man, put down your hustling, give up your numbers. What do you have to offer it? What do you have to offer it? Don't go there and tell the cat, look here, man, you got to give up that stuff. Cause I got something better, it might be better. Might be better.
I'm walking down a black street through a black block, observing black brothers selling white rocks. But I don't criticize, it's just another form of black on black enterprise. Book 'em and bullies in blue, keep the key. Turn your back and they're smoking and sniffing on duty. And at the same time telling me, go to college. But I didn't pay a thing for my street knowledge, except the bumps, the bruises, and the scars. So I changed my rep from thug to rap star, running a rap race and still haven't made a finish line. But I learned the dope ain't the only thing I can grind. But we're prone to play a poor hand well. It takes dollars to academically excel, so we sell but not out. College doesn't come free, no doubt. An international problem made domestic. Drug selling, a hell of an investment. Corner to corner, street to street, block to block. Fast money will take more than cops to stop a situation that's hotter than the third rail, seen through the third eye of a young black male.
Don't go there and tell the cat, look here, man, you got to give up that stuff. Cause I got something better, it might be better. It might be better. It might, but you're telling that cat to give up something that, the way he knows how to live, that's his skill. You're telling that cat to give up something that, the way he knows how to live, that's his skill. For a program that he has never tried, for a program that you don't know if this is gonna work.
Late for school again, it didn't faze me. Missed my job interview and mom says I'm lazy. But I woke up time enough to hear the phone ring. Just got hired at the local Burger King, $3.50 an hour, I wanna refuse, but mom says if I do, she'll buy my walking shoes. I probably won't last a week, and I'm in a uniform that has me looking like a freak. So early to bed, early to rise. Tomorrow I'll be getting burnt by the grease from the fries. And my boss is an ex-Klan member. I says, when'd you quit? He says, just past December. Poor timing, so I'm burning shit by 12 o'clock. The Grand Dragon is cold sweating the time clock, keeping me out like he just bought a slave. I wanna step, but I know crime don't pay. How long can I hang like a hooker? And at the counter is 30 onlookers. There's too many burgers on the grill. The smoke inhalation is about to kill. Tripping off this mental roller coaster. I look to the left, ah shit, the toaster. Only $85 a week after tax. I'm thinking about moms, but I gotta face facts. For $3.50 an hour, I left a mop in the bucket. Burgers on the grill and told my boss, I quit. Just another tale of a young black male.
Telling that cat to give up something that, the way he knows how to live. That's his skill.
Bullet getting your ass. Bullet getting your ass. Bullet get in your ass. Bullet get in your ass. Anybody ever been shot before? I have a friend that got shot before. I saw a guy get shot. Anybody ever been shot before? I have a friend that got shot before. I saw a guy get shot. Anybody ever been shot before? I have a friend that got shot before. I saw a guy get shot. Anybody ever been shot before? I have a friend that got shot before. I saw a guy get shot.
An era that doesn't comprehend the word slow. Away with the make-believe and land of G.I. Joes, cause that's bullshit. He turned 16, now his fingers got a trigger itch. And at the party in my building, plaster drops as the bass shakes the ceiling. The crowd's packed in like a sardine can, and my man with the 380 is making a grandstand. He said the kid stepped on his balance, didn't say a word, then looked him up and down like the neighborhood nerd. Then shorty got pissed. He emptied the clip and not one shell missed. I guess he thought his act was large, but now we got a homicide charge. Pictures are posted on every corner of the Ave. Not every corner shorty turns, he leaves behind gas. It's too late to be scared now. His parents wanna turn him in, but he'd rather be gunned down. But he's caught in the wrong place at the wrong time. A nosy neighbor's 911 tipped to the crime hotline. Cuffed up, then snuffed up. And after station, his nostrils are puffed up. A last effort that didn't even have a ditch. Interrogated and broke down like a bitch. Now he's upstate, keeping niggas' nylons clean. Even got a nickname, Sweet 16. You wanna know how the West was won? It all started with the use of young guns.
Homicide, suicide, genocide, murder, homicide, suicide, genocide, murder, homicide, suicide, genocide, murder, homicide, suicide, genocide, murder.
Another scene called The Thriller, it gets iller. Another teenage contract killer. But he was young and dumb and full of rum. Stumbled out the party with an automatic handgun. His first day on the job, he got hired cause a worker got robbed. 5 G's in a fractured jaw, and he ain't getting paid half of what the worker got robbed for. But anything for a buck. He says he's down on his luck, so he doesn't give a fuck. Spots his victim on the corner getting high. A U-turn's in progress for the uptown drive-by. In cruise control, tinted windows let down. Twinkling of an eye, all smiles are turned to frowns.
I'm sorry,
Of course, before he even hits the ground. Burnt and bled to death, bleeding from his birthmark. Gunned down by a mother's childhood sweetheart. Opportunity knocked, so he took a stand. Only 17 and he's $1,000 hitman. I hate to say it, but my race is bottomless. If I was rich, I'd move to Metropolis. Police are on the scene in a matter of time, putting up yellow tape for a black-on-black crime. But here's a case a DA would love to persist, cause the hit kid left behind witnesses. But like I said, he was dumb. Another tale from the books of Young Gun.
Homicide, suicide, genocide, murder, homicide, suicide, genocide, murder, homicide, suicide, genocide, murder, homicide, suicide, genocide, murder.
Each man must eventually face the ultimate test. 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 And the ultimate test is, let me repeat that. And the ultimate test is whether or not you can survive death.
Over 1,000 have tried, but not one could stop me. Specifically cause this ain't a Xerox copy. As I'm blinking, I'm thinking, should I do this fully processed? Cause I know you can't boo this. I come forward with something you love. So critical at composing, I write in the bathtub. My mother gave birth to a talented brother besides rapping. I'm a hardcore
hardcore lover. Beat up and broke down, beginners are left bent. Construct the crowd like a building's blueprint. This wouldn't be a jam without the microphonist. Lyrics so high priced, my name should be bonus. Since the crowd is hype, I'll continue to pump. Wake up, smell the coffee as I add another lump to the pocket of fame, fortune, and success. Those who wanna risk their bread, may God bless. Musically consistent, poetically persistent. You wanna play Rocky? Step up, don't be distant. Here I stand with the mic in my hand, so gifted with the vocab. Fuck it, call me grandma man. We hold these truths to be self-evident. The beat ain't working, then the rhymes are irrelevant. Encore, applause. Going for mines, cause you couldn't get yours. Drew many crowds, profiled on many stages. Rap would be a showdown if my style was contagious. Hold the vocal cords in contempt of court. The war was won, but the battle wasn't fought. That's why I'm here to erase and print clear the facts on the wax, as actions not enough. Amateurs continue to fall like dandruff. Shout, yell, scream, bloody murder, cause I know you never heard of. Strictly from the Bronx. A new style goes buck wild. In each vicinity, I remain versatile. Suckers tremble from the bass and the treble, holding the mic like a lyrical rebel. No trouble, brainstorms only cause me to drop bombs once alerted. You know it's not a false alarm. Enter my groove and prepare for the waxing. Packing girls in like sanitary napkins. I'm hype with this, I'm nice with this. Before you fake a move, you better think twice with this. Those who try to compete are buried in my borough. From careers of success to showers of sorrow. B to the R-O-N and the X. If rap's the agenda, then I'm next. Behind my back, I'm whack in my face, positive judgment. But they can shove their half-ass compliments, cause I don't need them. Skill to outbeat them. Every song I write, they bite, yet I'm still feeding them. Entering jams with my voice first. I gotta enter first, cause they gotta rehearse. Smiling sympathetically to them who challenge me. Line them up and I'm dropping them alphabetically. The name is Savage and I'm brutal with words like the bite of a snake. Venom in each verb, live rhymes I kick, and it's simple to see. If I was in movies, I'd be Johnny Dangerously. Half step and get railroaded and stomped. Strictly from the Bronx. My DJ has the fingers of stone. He buries no beats and I resurrect microphone. Theories in my head keep coming. Drummers drumming, bassline humming. Set the scene, I'm coming clean and correctly through it. Like what I heard, so I step to it. Megahertz frequency, cleared of all static. Calling all worldwide, musical acrobatic. I've dealt with the best, laid the best to rest. And now my correspondence is nothing but a test to prove who's on time and who's the latest. Who's on the charts and who's not even rated. Falsified rappers are headed for doom with their artificial songs and headache tunes. Something new has emerged, cause only I carry nerve enough to give just the right stuff. Putting rappers on the spot and calling their bluff as I demolish, abolish, dust off and polish MCs who try to step to my lyrical knowledge. A little lesson about the pros and cons. Strictly from the Bronx.
Peace to the original style.